Controversial new movie Citizen Vigilante is not subtle. Armie Hammer plays a US combat veteran who shoots his way through a caricature of Europe, which is overrun by violent Muslim predators. The movie is reportedly banned in several countries for inciting violence against immigrants, but is nonetheless being catapulted to global fame by Elon Musk, who is already talking about funding a sequel.
The truth is this. You are all being used.
The vigilante citizen is delivering a brand of justice that some believe the authorities have failed to provide, targeting both criminals and those in power accused of allowing crime to flourish unchecked.
There's been a lot said about me, so I thought you should hear directly from me. I'm here to help you take that control back.
Well, violent vigilante movies like Charles Bronson's Death Wish were a mainstay of cinema in the 70s and 80s. They tapped into very real concerns about urban decay and gang violence. Mixed-race street gangs and weak police were the bogeymen back then. Now it's Muslim migrants and the elites. Well, those movies had real-life consequences, inspiring unlawful copycat shootings, but also waves of tough-on-crime politics, and indeed Curtis Sliwa's Guardian Angels. The question now is whether Citizen Vigilante is a legitimate expression of social anxiety and a rallying call for change, or simply racist slop written specifically to get Elon Musk's attention.
Both.
Well, joining me to debate this is Mehdi.
I'll be real with you, it was both. I mean, I'll be real. It talked on a real issue going on, and it also it was also a bit of propaganda, and it also kind of was promoting violence against a certain group of people. That's where I found it a bit distasteful. Like, I love the part where he was out there taking out the politicians, like, hey, yeah, you betraying your people, man, we got to put you out. But then, yeah, okay, cool, take the traitors out. But the punish the invader part is kind of what got me fucked up. It's like, or where they kind of got me fucked up at. And the reason why is just because I'm like, whoa. Now, you know, it's because of the traitor that these guys are even in here. So you taking it out on them, I mean, is kind of messed up. And I remember at the end of the movie, it was the boy who was part of a grape gang, and he ended up killing the entire family. And it was just like, okay, do you not see how bad of a message that is? You're telling people to practice collective punishment, which we don't believe in. I mean, especially as Americans.
Son, founders of Fair News, who has called Citizen Vigilante 90 minutes of unabashed far-right political propaganda.
Oh, guys, make sure to double tap that screen and like the video. If you have any questions, comments, jokes, disagreements, feel free to Venmo or super chat it in. Appreciated support, guys. And we're about $78 away. So you can either, I guess, send 35 or 40 in the Venmo, or you can just go ahead and keep super chatting in, man. Either way, I appreciate support. And make sure you're double tapping that screen and liking the video, guys.
And first, the film's director, Uwe Boll. Well, welcome to both of you. Uwe, let me just start with you. For those who've not seen the movie and haven't seen any clips or anything, just give me a little snapshot of what you believe it is and what it represents.
But first of all, I see only myself. I don't see you guys. So I just talk into the screen now. Okay. I thought that I maybe can see you guys. So, I mean, Citizen Vigilante is a reaction in a way to two different things. The one thing is two political correct films. You know, all these writers and diversity, whatever, as a filmmaker, I think we lost grip on movies we were used to. I grew up with Taxi Driver, Goodfellas, Raging Bull, you know, Clockwork Orange, whatever. All these movies are not getting done anymore because there is like a woke police and algorithm and total bullshit going on. So that we have Supergirl and other crap, what nobody really wants to see, but they all go because they spent 200 million to make that movies, and then they're promoting that movies with 200 million. And I felt always, I did movies like Rampage, Postal. I did a lot of political incorrect movies. And
you know, so crazy. You know what? If you guys want to, we can watch the movie if you want. Like, I got it right up here on X. It's on X for free if you don't know. I mean, and we could possibly play it too. I'll probably have to switch to Rumble and just keep it on Rumble and Kick. But how about this? If we get enough support and we finish off the governor interview and we got a good enough support, man, I'll go ahead and we can run the video or run the movie. If not, I could possibly run it tomorrow. But yeah, a lot of controversial things happen in this movie. And I'm be real with you, I get the message he was going for, but that message at the end just wasn't it.
I went, here you are, and now I see you. So I went in all political directions in the past, criticizing politics left and right. I did Darfur about genocide in Darfur. I did Auschwitz to make clear we should never forget the Holocaust. So, that's the thing. And I'm so pissed, like furious about the migrant situation in Europe that I did first a movie named Run with Amanda Plummer, Barkat Abdi, what is in the US on Paramount Plus and Showtime, and also out on Prime in Europe, where I showed the boats coming in and a holiday island, and we follow different characters over the time. And there I showed not only empathy, I know that people want to have a better life and coming into Europe. And I'm not against it. I'm not religious. I'm not like against any, I have Muslim friends and everything. I'm not against Muslims. I'm against like this uncontrolled migration where people, for example, in Germany are not even allowed to work. Then the resentment in the population grows. Then you have also people just being bored because they're not working. So the integration sucks. Now they're turning into crime and or also random crime, as we see with these rapes, with the knife stabbings. That's not like individual little cases. They're all over Europe into the thousands every year. And I think that doesn't work. If you let people in a car,
that's fair.
I think these people need to get properly integrated and not like, okay, we let them in and then all the communities are completely overloaded with them and it all ends in a...
Yeah, like I said, dog, I'm all against stopping the failed immigration policy of, our immigration policy and the UK's. Trust me, I'm on the far right of the UK side when it comes to immigration. But the message that they sent, how they I guess express their message, I just don't like it. Like, it comes with a whole lot of bigotry. It's like, you don't got to sit there and try to convince us to hate Muslims to get us on your side about immigration. I just want to let you guys know that. Like, you don't got to do that. You don't got to try to throw an entire community under the bus. Like, the whole Pakistani community is supportive of grape gangs. You don't got to do that for you to get us to what? Not support graping. Like, you don't got to do all that. I promise you guys, you don't got to do all this pushing of bigotry to get us on y'all side about immigration. Like, trust me, we get it.
Disaster.
Okay.
So,
I mean, look, just obviously a lot of people have taken grave exception to this movie. Todd Gilchrist of Variety called the film a violent, incoherent, morally bankrupt slice of exploitation, saying it's so astonishingly bad, it felt like Bole is deliberately sabotaging his star. Rod Dreher of the American Conservative magazine called it a fascist film. What do you say to those who have really, got very angry about this and believe that you're inciting violence against?
Hey, and shout out to my man Noah Joyner. Well, for one, for the baller alert. Appreciate the support, my brother. Before I do gotta shout you out on that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and bring you up, man. He says I got some hot takes, more so on the morality of the movie, actions and actions taken in the movie. Okay, perfect. All right then, because you actually most likely watched the full movie. Because me, I was watching I got through half of it. I was watching some clips and I was pretty interested. I was watching a good amount of it before I had to rush my ass out for work. So I'm not gonna lie. It was just like the movie was low key, kind of nice. I ain't gonna lie. It was a nice little action movie, but that message at the end was just like, come on, bro, really? Collective punishment? You want to end off on a message of collective punishment at the end of the movie? For real? But all right, though, it is what it is. And all right, shout out to my man Noah Joyner. I'm gonna go ahead and post that post the call-in tab in a minute here. Give me 2 minutes.
Against Muslims.
No, I don't. I think the film is also a warning. You need to listen to your own population. Yeah. We cannot have this kind of, first of all, to these reviewers, I can say they always trashed my movies. They just hate me because I'm not this kind of filmmaker who bends over to this system, to the Hollywood system. I did 40 independent movies, but with big stars and Oscar winners from Ben Kingsley, Jason Statham, whatever, J.K. Simmons. So
like, let's be real though. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, bro. He's a good director. He has some pretty good movies under his belt. Just one just wasn't it. I feel like he could have definitely like topped off the message a little bit better there at the end.
They don't like me. That establishment doesn't like me because I make movies like straight in your face. So, and as I said, I did that in various movies. The South on Wall Street, Against the Bankers, 2008, and so for me, it's not a question about left or right. You know, I'm not a member in a political party or something. I felt furious about the ignorance in Germany specifically, also about real crime, and then people are getting away with it. They go like probation, they go 10 months in jail for rapes and knife stabbings. It's insane. You need to enforce the law, and you need the citizens of a country, they need to be safe, you know. And
okay,
you know, all this movie reviews, I don't really take them serious.
Okay, well, let me bring in Mehdi Hasan. Mehdi, welcome back to Uncensored. You know, look, there are myriad movies which are very violent and involve different groups being targeted by psychopaths and killers and so on. What makes this, in your eyes, what makes this different and unacceptable?
Yeah, great question. And a lot's been said. So let me try and answer that and respond to what Uwe Boll has been saying. A couple of things. Number one, I like a good revenge thriller. I like action films. I like low budget films as well. I love a Jason Statham movie, a Liam.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who don't? Just the way it ended. But shout out to my man Noah Joyner, bro. Appreciate you for coming up, big dog. Shoot. So what are your thoughts on it?
So I kind of have some issues with the movie based off the messaging that it does come out with the ending of killing the Muslim family. However, I do understand the fact with the whole point of needing assimilation and the issue where the fact that it points out that the family didn't quite really assimilate. They just went with what their tradition states.
Yeah. And like, and that was the problem with the movie for me, though. It was just like, okay, so you're trying to sell this image of not only the people, but the religion as well. And like, even in the movie, the father said this says, I'm just doing what our culture and our religion teaches us. And I'm just like, bro, come on now. You guys know that's not true. That's straight propaganda. Yeah. And I'm just like, if you're going to do that to a group of people and pretty much just say, oh, yeah, the collective punishment is cool on the whole family, I'm just like, yeah, that's where you're going to lose me.
Well, that's where it lost me, too, because you can't punish the whole family. Although I do agree with the fact that he did go around killing people that did do heinous acts.
Yeah, and the ones who pretty much like pretty much organize this whole conflict, or pretty much the ones who are the cause of it, are what he like to call the traitors, the politicians who were pretty much creating this lax immigration loophole or lax immigration law for these immigrants to come in.
I was about saying it's the same thing with the God, I can't remember what her name was, but it was the avatar that England posted out that they were using to show that, hey, don't act like this chick that's protesting the immigrants coming in, and everybody fucking loved it and loved her. I do not remember what that was. It was a video game or something.
But here's the thing, though. Like I said, it's like I feel them on the immigration problem. Like, trust me, we're in America. We got our own immigration problem too. I feel them on assimilation. Trust me, we got a bunch of immigrants that refuse to assimilate too. But bro, that doesn't mean that these people deserve collective punishment, that we're just gonna punish. Like, even in his case, I remember he was trying to explain it in this video. He's like, well, why did he kill the entire family? Why didn't he just kill the son who actually did it? And he's like, well, you know, the sister saw it. Yeah, but the sister didn't do it, and neither did the mom, and neither did the father, but you shot all of them. He shot all of them. It's like, bro, that's pretty much like putting the thumbs up for collective punishment. And you wouldn't want nobody to do that to your family, your race, your religion. Or, like, you wouldn't want nobody acting out collective punishment on you guys. So why are we trying to promote it on others?
Completely agree. And I mean, it's illegal to start with. I mean,
Yeah.
Geneva Convention, you cannot do collective punishment, but and
Apparently
you
you can't.
won't.
Mhm.
I was about to say you won't hear me disagree with you on not doing collective punishment. It's a dangerous place to jump into.
Yeah, and honestly, what's been honestly disturbing in this current geopolitical climate is that collective punishment is now starting to be picked up now. It's like people are starting to act like that is like it's an acceptable thing all of a sudden. And I'm starting to get a bit disturbed because just like, okay, guys, you understand that I understand going after a terrorist group, but the terrorist group isn't the entire people. And we got people literally trying to conflate the two. And now we're just like, all right, guys, you see where things are getting a bit towards collective punishment, just like how this movie's promoting as well. It's like, look, I'm all about, yes, stop the grape gangs, which they did, but you don't gotta throw every Muslim Pakistani under the bus because it wasn't all of them. And I get it. I get it. He went to the exact family and he took revenge on them. What's wrong with that? No, that's a problem. It's like, dog, we got a system here. You could have, I mean, if you wanted to kill the kid, okay, whatever. You could have got him locked up in jail and spared the family, though, at least. Or get the family locked up for, I don't know, like allowing it to happen. I don't know. But what we don't do is we don't sit there and just kill everybody for one person's actions or the actions of a few.
Completely agree. My biggest issue and the place where I would give someone kudos to debate on would be if I heard someone say that, especially like the daughter, how she said her wearing that outfit was for her asking for it. If someone said that about my sister or a daughter if I end up having a daughter, I would kill the whole family. Not to be a dick, but
Yeah, I
I
feel it. No, I feel you. I feel you. Trust me. If somebody was ever threatened, like my sister, daughter, and I don't have no kids, somebody was to do that, I'm gonna be real. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna get a bit homicidal. So trust me, I understand the anger of like the men who daughters are probably, and that's the thing though. Like this movie is gonna put some of those guys in a very dark place. That's all I gotta say.
that's the issue with a bunch of this type of stuff that they put out where it's either, oh, hate this group, oh, hate that group, oh, you don't agree with this group, they deserve to die. You're
Yeah,
just gonna breed a darkness in humanity that's not good for us.
honestly. And here's the thing, he had the perfect chance to sell like or to show the real story. It's like, all right, yeah, you're mad about them being here, but why are they here? Because yeah, the traders that you went and bodied and put them in the back of a car, yeah, they allowed them to come here. They destabilize their country for either war. They do it through either war. They do it to extort them for their resources or their labor. And this is why they come over here. It's not because they are trying to take over. So let's cut that lie out. And then here's the thing. It is because of the failed vetting process of these so-called traders that they're here and that they're not properly vetted and commit and go out to commit a lot of these crimes. So let's not sit here and just blame an entire country or blame an entire religion for the failure of our leadership. It's like, are you serious?
More so a failure of our species as a whole. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't remember who came up here the other day, but was saying that we still need to that we have to have war because that's human nature.
Yeah, I guess, dude. Yeah, I didn't like that either, but I was like, I don't know, bro. I don't
We
like
can,
that.
I was about to say, we can easily function by having competition, just make everything about competition. Let's see who can build the better spaceship. Let's see who can build better technology. Let's see who can come up with whatever.
I mean, it should have been like that instead of seeing who could build the most destructive bomb.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of it makes you miss the space race. Like, why can't we just do the space race instead of the nuclear race? Like, we should have just stopped at the space race and just kept it there.
I mean, a lot of that type of stuff was first started for the benefit of humanity and then ended up becoming war.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't remember which scientist it was, but he came up with the Zyklon B gas, or it was either that or something, one of the gases that was used in World War II. But he also came up with medicine that was made with almost the exact same ingredients.
Mm. And let me see here. Collective. Whoa. I guess we do got some people in the chat who are pretty passionate about this whole what we were saying. All right. They say collective punishment is needed because they hide their criminal family members, like the mom who lied for the Shia. Yeah, but that's a whole different group who stabbed the 18-year-old boy with a ceremonial blade. Yeah, but that ain't the Muslims, though. That's a whole different group. And collective punishment is never needed and is never right. Because that means you're willing to kill innocent people, bro. What?
What we don't need collective punishment. The best movie I could probably, or TV show that I could give you to say what type of justice that I would say we need would probably be Yellowstone, where they fucking
I would say this,
hang
dog.
people.
The most brutal, the most brutal I would go is a public hanging. That's the most brutal I can go. But I'm not gonna hang the entire family though. We're getting that one person. We're gonna make it look as painful as possible, and everybody gonna get the message. But I'm not gonna sit there and line up their whole entire family and say, "Oh yeah, this is what we doing now." Like, no.
I think it depends on the crime. Should depend on the execution way. I think if you're a murderer, I think you should have to deal with the way the pagans would deal with evil, and be dealt with by getting a blood eagle done to you, which is cutting this back open and taking the lungs out and placing it on the ribs.
Yeah, which is wild, by the way. When I was reading about that, and then I seen it. What was it? They reenacted in you ever watch a movie? Not the movie, but the series Ragnarok.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a banger series, by the way. But when they did that, and I looked it up and I found out that was a real thing, I was like, yo, these guys are wild.
My ancestors were fucking nuts.
Yeah, low key. But I ain't gonna lie, we were doing shit like that. You think anybody would be willing to commit any real heinous crimes? It's like, bro, you commit this heinous crime and somebody's about to fillet your back and pull your ribs out. It's like, you really want to do that? So I ain't gonna lie, you're right. Sometimes a very I would say a very harsh way of dealing with a very harsh punishment is a very good deterrent. But collective punishment, though, is never the answer. A harsh punishment for sure, but collective punishment, nah, that's just gonna lead to actually making people hate you.
I was about to say, I think it's in Machiavelli's The Prince, but that a king is supposed to be equally as cruel but as kind, or something along the lines where they have to do a serious act of violence to show that they are capable of it, but also do a serious act of kindness to show you can get either or. You better choose wisely.
And here's the thing, guys. If you truly believe that their family, well, here's the thing. Now, if you're talking about the movie, and I'm talking about this passion fruit guy, if you're talking about the movie, okay, I guess, like, because he says, but the family is the reason they grew up with those views they have. Not really, actually. And if you're talking about Muslims or the Sheikh families, yeah, most of them condemn that. Most of them do condemn that. You will find some radical cultures, yes, that will think that's okay, but majority of Pakistanis, majority of Muslims do not teach that whatsoever. And that's what I hated about the movie, because it literally tried to say that, like, oh yeah, well, our religion said this is okay. No, nothing in the Quran says okay to rape other women. And especially because they're not your own. Nowhere in the Quran does it say that. Nowhere in the Hadiths, where it just retells the life of Muhammad, does it say that at all either. So it's just like you're literally spreading propaganda, and it's the worst type. Like, you're spreading propaganda that can get people to incite violence on that group.
I mean, they take religion and they take parts of every religion to just get what they want and to put out there. So, like, this movie with Muslims, people saying, Jesus said, love thy neighbor. Yeah, but he also whipped the shit out of people for fucking up his house.
Yep. Yeah, he whipped them. And they like whipped them, but ain't kill them. So Jesus believed in a harsh punishment. But he ain't believe in all-out genocide, though. Like, let's be real. If Jesus believed in collective punishment, I mean, like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I guess all the Jews in that time would have had to go.
Yeah, but
I mean, thank God that's not the case.
But
oh man, great conversation. Shoot, if you want to stick around, we can also get into the what was it, the Florida governor debate that PBD held.
Sounds good.
All right, let's go ahead and get right into it then, guys. Great time to segue into it. All right, PBD podcast, Florida. Yeah, governor debate or the gubernatorial debate. I'm sorry, that's just a funny word to me. All right, so these guys on
permission. With that being said, let's address the elephant not in the room, Byron Donalds. Byron Donalds and I have had multiple conversations. I told him I'm going to be saying this, so when he's seen this, he knows. You know, I talked about this. I invited him multiple times. I said, Byron, I suggest you be here. I agree with the governor. You ought to be on the stage debating. He says, Pat, I got $100 million I've raised. 10 times everybody can combine together.
And that's what pissed me off, bro. Like, he's literally saying, well, look, I got all the money behind me, so I don't need a debate. I'm just like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If you're in Florida, that should wake you up to what this man really cares about. It's just about the dollar bills. Like, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. The man literally says, I don't need a debate because I'm the one who got the most money behind him. Not that I got the best message, not that I got the best money, but I got the best donors.